Well, what began as an ordinary operation to douse a blaze at a judge's residence has now opened up a can of worms. On the 14th of March, a family of Justice Verma raised an alarm over a fire. What they found instead was wads and wads of cash. The police stepped in. The collegium was informed of this unaccounted money. But how much exactly cash that has been recovered, if at all? Let's tell you exactly what happened on the night of Holi. As Times Now has learned that the judge's family called the Tughlaq Road police station on the 14th of March and reported a fire. The police reached the storeroom in the outhouse where they found sacks of burnt notes. Sources revealed that no less than 50 crores were found in those sacks. Then mobile videos of the sacks and burned notes were sent to the top cops. Simultaneously, the fire services arrived and doused the blaze, and the police informed the topmost levels of the government, following which the collegium was involved. So far, no decision that has been taken yet on his transfer, despite sources saying that cash to the tune of 50 crores that was found in the burning outhouse. Now, the legal eagles today are calling for action as they say that this is a trial for the entire judicial system.
Thank you very much, Mr. Harish Salve, for joining me here on Times Now. On a day, scandal has hit the judiciary. And this time, a load of cash has been found at the house of a judge in the Delhi High Court. And the Supreme Court has merely transferred him out to the Allahabad High Court. Matter settled. The judiciary has no accountability. That's the perception people are getting. How do you respond to this scandalous development?
Navika, the trouble is this was an accident waiting to happen. The judiciary has, through the collegium system, eviscerated any checks and safeguards which are necessary in any system. My first point is, if this money had been found in your house, the ED would have been taking you to government accommodation by now. You're a private person. If this money had been found in the house of the Home Secretary, the Finance Secretary, the Defense Secretary, what would have followed? Suspension followed by an inquiry. If, perish the thought, this had been found in a minister's house, the whole country would have been baying for his blood. Why should it be any different if the money has allegedly, as they say, and I don't know, I'm going by what you people are saying and showing, if the money has been found at a judge's house? So first of all, double standards. Secondly, this decision, and I make no bones about this, this decision to transfer is wrong at so many levels. It is wrong because if a person has facing allegations, you cannot allow him to function as a judge. And we don't have to reinvent the wheel. If you remember, there used to be a Justice Ramaswamy, very fine judge, let me tell you, Chief Justice of Punjab and Haryana High Court. He was alleged to have spent excess money on curtains and carpets. Nobody suggested he took a bribe. But that was an impropriety, that was a breach of the rules. The chorus became loud till finally the Supreme Court had to intervene. Chief Justice Mukherjee didn't do it from inside his chambers. He came into open court with a written order and read out why he felt an inquiry was necessary, and ended by saying, till the inquiry is over, I am withdrawing all judicial work from this learned judge. He sat for months as a judge of the Supreme Court without doing any judicial work. So that is what happened.
Now, these developments that have now come to light, there has been, as far as when it comes to the inquiry that has been taking place, and this inquiry, as far as all eyes are now on this inquiry, that has now been submitted to the Chief Justice of India. Let's in the meantime speak of the details that are now coming in, as sources have now confirmed that the report has been submitted to Chief Justice of India Sanjeev Khanna by the Delhi High Court Chief Justice. Let's get in a word from Harish now. Harish, good morning. The report, we are to be believed, has now been submitted to the CJI.
Yes, that's right, Amita. Remember, even in the press release issued by the Supreme Court yesterday, it was clearly mentioned that the Chief Justice of Delhi High Court was asked to probe even before 20th this entire episode, and he has set up an in-house inquiry and has been collecting evidence and information as far as the startling incident where cash was allegedly found at the residence of the Delhi High Court Justice Verma, and after that the report was to be submitted yesterday, and now we have confirmed from sources that Delhi High Court Chief Justice has indeed submitted a report in a sealed cover to the Chief Justice of India, Sanjeev Khanna, and he will take, examining the report, he will take further steps if required. But it's highly unlikely that any decision will be arrived today, because two of the judges, that is Justice Vikram Nath and Justice Suryakant, are part of the 6-judge Supreme Court senior judges delegation which has gone to Manipur. Therefore, since the two members of the Collegium are not there, it is highly unlikely that any final decision will be, as far as constituting an in-house inquiry by the Supreme Court is concerned, that decision is unlikely to be taken today, because most likely the Chief Justice will consult his Collegium members before taking a decision as far as conducting an in-house inquiry is concerned. But first, if the report gives a clean chit to Justice Yashwant Verma, he will be go scot-free and the matter will be closed. But if he's indicted, first the Chief Justice, after consulting the Collegium, will ask him to resign.
All right.
On his own. But if he doesn't resign, the Chief Justice has the liberty, as per the in-house procedure, to set up an inquiry comprising of a Supreme Court judge and two Chief Justices of the state high courts.
So
but
with this
not
report
of
having been submitted through sources that the information is now confirmed, remains to be seen what happens from here on. Immediate decision on what happens with Justice Yashwant Verma is something that is not expected. However, as Harish has been sharing that information, we talk about when it comes to the other aspect, the mounting criticism, where the Supreme Court issued a statement where it stated that an in-house inquiry led by the Chief Justice of the Delhi High Court, the report that through sources we are learning has been submitted to the Chief Justice of India. Meanwhile, Supreme Court also assuring that the Collegium is examining the proposal to transfer the judge. However, it has got nothing to do with the in-house inquiry procedure. The issue that came also when it comes to in Parliament, where MPs appealed to take strict action and set an example to ensure that the sanctity of judiciary is not compromised.
The issue of corruption within the judiciary is a very serious issue, and this is not something that has been articulated by senior counsel and lawyers in this country. So I think that it's time for the Supreme Court to start looking at issues of how the appointment process should take place, that it should be more transparent, appointments should be more carefully done.
The judicial corruption and judiciary is a very dangerous thing. The poor people believes that judiciary will give them justice, but this kind of corrupt practices, money in judges' houses is very, very serious thing. Hope the honorable judges takes it seriously and act upon it.
मैं सिर्फ इतना कहना चाहता हूँ, अगर अनअकाउंटेड कैश मिला है तो ट्रांसफर पनिशमेंट नहीं है ना, संदेश तो अच्छा नहीं जाता है ना। इतनी बड़ी मात्रा में कैश कहाँ से आया? अब तो उनके सारे जजमेंट देखने होंगे अगर उस कैश के पीछे सच्चाई है। कहीं जजमेंट से तो उसका ताल्लुक नहीं। ये बहुत चिंताजनक परिस्थिति है।
All right. Well, Bhavtosh is also with us right now. Bhavtosh, if you can tell us as far as the concerns that are now being raised, because here an example that needs to be set. So there is no ever doubt when it comes to the judiciary. However, when it comes to the in-house inquiry procedure, the report that has been submitted to the CJI, however, this is completely different from a proposal that was also taken up to transfer the judge.
Well, what the Supreme Court yesterday said, first thing they said that there is a misinformation that he has been transferred, and they have said that the two issues should be taken up separately. As far as the previous incidents have happened of alleged corruption, there was a case of Allahabad High Court Justice S.N. Shukla, in which, in fact, the government allowed CBI to pursue the case further. CBI filed a charge sheet, and then subsequently CBI also filed a case of disproportionate assets case. So one has to wait and see what will happen after the inquiry report has been submitted to the Chief Justice of India. The fact remains that as far as this case is concerned, this is an unprecedented case. Sources within Delhi police had said that they had shared the video first with the government, and the government then shared it with the Chief Justice of India. We have
so
also
what we are learning through sources that report by the Delhi High Court Chief Justice has now been submitted to the Chief Justice of India, Sanjeev Khanna. Well, for the moment, Pavto,